Welcome, Dr. Isaku. We are great to have you on the platform.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm great. I'm glad to be here. Yeah.
Okay, please can you describe yourself a
Yeah.
bit to us?
Okay. Yeah. I'm Isaku Saibu. Yeah. I'm from a town called Kumbungu. It's just right near Tamale in Ghana. Right now, I'm studying in Morocco. I'll be moving to the third year now. A medical student here. Yeah. I think that's just about it.
Oh,
Do I need to add any personal details?
well, I think it's always enough because you'll be asking more questions to know more to
Yeah.
get it. Yeah. So,
Okay, yeah.
so, so far as I've understood, you are a scholarship student, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
yeah.
what is the sponsoring body of this scholarship, if I may ask?
Okay. Yeah, the main sponsoring body is the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat, but they kind of work in cooperation with the Moroccan body here. So the
Okay.
one in charge of all that body is in charge of uh, all student issues related to foreigners. So we call it AMSI, right? Yeah. So basically they help handle our scholarship for us here as well, in conjunction with the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat, which is represented here in Morocco by the Ghana Embassy. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like, I interacted with a guy who is also benefiting from a scholarship, but he's in Cuba.
Yeah.
So for him, he told me that their scholarship is mainly for medical students. You two are studying medicine, but I want to know, this Moroccan one, is it for only medical students or is open to everybody?
Oh, no, it's open to everybody because we have so many variety of students. We have tourism students. We have those who Medilab, whether business students. Like it's quite broad. Yeah, engineering. Like I think it encompasses everything, practically everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good. So can you tell us briefly about how the application process is? Is it physical submission or is it through online?
Well, when I was applying for mine, at that time it was physical. You had to they published the article on the scholarship. Then what you had to do was you write an application letter, just like you apply for job and stuff. So you write your application letter, and then they always add the criteria in the publication form. So for Morocco scholarship, there are many different criteria. Aside the things I think you mentioned in the book earlier, you need to add those stuff like your certificate. So at that time, if your certificate is not out, you don't necessarily need it before coming here. Actually, what you need in the application is your results. So you don't necessarily need your certificate yet. You see, so you can just, so long as you have the the preliminary results out, you can use it to apply. Okay, so you only need the what certificate when you're about to start university here. So at which time you can actually ask your family back home to send it to you here. But with the application processes, all you need is a result slip to show how best you did in your WASI. That's all you need. Then, as you added your testimonial and the other stuff. Okay, so you apply, you write your application. So for example, based on your publication is so and so and so, I would like to apply for a scholarship to study in such course, this course. You just mention the course you'd like to study in, because you don't mention the university, since it's just the scholarship in general, right? So you do that, then you add the necessary documents they require. And then since it's for Moroccan scholarship, the courses in Morocco here, they are age based, right? So every course has an age limit, because of which when they publicate the scholarship, they always, in part of the conditions, they indicate the age limit. I'm not exactly sure of the age limit now, but it has an age limit for applying for the undergraduate courses. So for now, they added a postgraduate course scholarship last year. So for that one, I'm not really sure whether that one has an age limit or not. But for the undergraduates, it had an age limit. Yeah. So you can either go to the secretariat personally to submit it, or you can submit it through mail if you are not in Accra. Then they will call you for a scholarship, for an interview. Yeah, so you go for the interview. So there will be many other people. You go in, they ask you questions, you interact with them. So if based on your results and then how the interview goes. If they think you qualify, they ask you to go for medicals because they need to make sure you are fit and everything. So they prescribe certain medicals for you. So you go for a lot of tests. You check on your heart, your cardiovascular system, STIs, your blood groups. Like you check on a lot of stuff just to make sure that in general you are fit for travel and stuff. Because aside the travel, when you are starting investing in all the other things, sometimes they lay special conditions for maybe someone with a genetic condition or something, so that they can better take care of you. So they need you to undergo all those kind of all those kind of tests. So after that, you just submit that to them, and then other processes take place. So whilst the processes are going on, it's advisable to make sure you get your passport ready, because at any moment you can, they will contact you from time to time to bring other documents and stuff. Then they make your visa and everything. They contact you with the dates, buy the plane tickets. Yeah, now that's how it is. Initially, they used not to buy the plane tickets, but when in our time and now, they always buy the plane tickets for you. So you just have to get your passport ready and everything. They can ask you for it at a moment's notice, and then you just get ready to embark on the journey here. But you also need, for travel abroad, you need stuff like your yellow card. There are certain tests that are necessary for traveling outside. So
sure.
you make sure to do you make sure to go for all those vaccinations just to be sure to be on the safer side. Yeah.
Okay. That's it. So you've taken us through the application processes all the way to the interview, selection, medicals, plane tickets, all the way. Now let's assume we are now in Morocco, okay? We've traveled all the way, we are now in Morocco. We are a qualifying candidate.
Yeah.
Now, as a scholarship student who has gone through all this and have gotten the scholarship, what are the benefits? Like, what do they cover? Can we know those things?
All right. So basically, the scholarship here is kind of a free room something. So I think it's a type where we can classify it under, I don't know how to put it in English. We call it demito in French. Like, it's not a full-blown scholarship to say, because they pay for your school. In fact, here actually in Morocco, university education is free for government institutions. So which means there's not really even any school fees to cover to begin with, right?
Okay.
Then what now happens is at the end of every month, for now you are given $250 every month at the end of every month to take care of your stuff. So where you stay and all those other stuffs is not up to the embassy. So we have some hostels, international hostels here. You can apply to stay in one of them, or if you like more freedom, you can decide to rent an apartment with your colleagues here. Yeah, so you can decide to rent an apartment. Then so all you have to do is your food, your rent, everything. You take care of it with the $250 per month they give to you, right? Then at the beginning of every academic year, we have a $360 grant you get for your books and other academic stuff. So depending on your course, that will determine what you need. So PDFs and stuff, if you would like to get the hard copies, handouts, if you need research, to do research, for example, medical students, you might need to buy stethoscope, lab coats, and those kind of stuff. So use it for that. Then on top of that, you get a $200 grant at the beginning of every semester, every year rather. So it's also once a year for medical insurance in case you get sick and stuff. Exactly. Then the corporation I talked to you about, AMSI, they also give you a $75 per month grant as well. So we spend dirhams here. So they basically give you 750 dirhams. But because it's a bit low, they give it to you on a 2-month basis. So every 2 months you go for it, except for I think that's in June. After you take the one for May and June, they give you the July and August grant in June as well. Because since we have the summer break in July and August, so they wouldn't really be working during those times. So they let you take that one in advance, so that you take on in May and take in June as well. Then the next time you take will be in September. So that's basically how it works. Yeah. So aside that, yeah.
So like, how is the affordability of these hostels? Because some other countries they are covered. You get it. They live in dormitories. They don't cover, like they don't pay anything. So how is the affordability? Because you are giving $250 to take care of that. the accommodation,
Yeah.
the food. So how is the affordability of apartments there or the hostels there?
Yeah, actually, to be for the hostels, the MC host, we call them cité universitaire. Those hostels, for them, basically they are quite cheap. I can't remember exactly how much they pay. It's just a couple of dirhams, and the basically, if you want to approximate the ratio of dirhams and dollars, it's basically $1 to 10 dirhams, right?
Okay.
So approximately, you could say the $250 is around. We usually take around that's 2,370 dirhams.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, for the hostels, I think I can't remember the exact price, but it's quite low. I don't think it's even up to 100 dirhams also, or somewhere around 200 dirhams. So it's not that much. And so for the apartment, though, it depends on the city you are staying in. Some cities are more expensive than others.
Yeah.
So I, for one, stay in Marrakesh. In total, it is many people consider it one of the most costly places to live in. But for one, personally, I think it all depends on how you manage your funds. Because personally, I'm able to take care of all the necessary stuff, save enough money as well. So it's like I can give myself treats if I want to go on excursion, vacations and stuff. I'm still able to go on it, and I'm still able to save enough. So in the end, I think it will all depend on your how best you and how much you spend. Because I have pals here who also complain about the cost and stuff. Whilst I personally, I don't see it to be anything. Because it's not like I gain extra money from somewhere. Because I don't take money from home or anything else. The only amount I live on is what I get from the MC and the embassy.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
frankly, I think it's good enough. Yeah. So it's all up to your money management.
Yes,
As far
yes,
as I'm
yes.
concerned, it's all about how you can manage your money. Yeah.
Yeah, very true. Some areas like this, it is good to have good money management skills. You get it. It's very important. So that's it. So
Exactly.
it
Yeah,
depends on the
exactly. Yeah,
individual.
so you have to,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, exactly. Because even for the apartments, we have usually have two different type of apartments. Because we have unfurnished and then we have what furnished apartments. So I basically go for an unfurnished one. So for an unfurnished one, you get your own stuff, your bed, your fridge, anything you need, you have to buy it yourself.
oh,
But you
okay.
see, the advantage of one is once you buy it, it becomes yours. Which means once you are done and you're about to leave, you can sell it or give it to someone, and you only pay rent on the house
Yeah,
plus your utility bills, right? But for the furnished apartments, what it means is that you'll be paying the amount is higher, which means that you basically be paying for the building itself as well as the bed and everything that's inside the apartment.
yeah,
Which means at a certain point in time, you'll probably end up paying for more than its worth, and you
yeah.
still continue paying for it every month. Which means I basically think it's always better to get the unfurnished one, buy your own stuff, and then once you are done, you can sell it and then get back something in return. That's how
Oh, okay.
basically I think it works. Yeah.
Yeah, this one comes with good calculation skills and then projecting to the
Yeah.
future, especially if you are going to stay for more than four
Exactly.
years, like you guys doing medicine. It is
Exactly.
good to
Exactly.
go for that. You get it. But if you are going to do like a 2 year
Exactly.
course, I think that is when you also have to
Yeah.
balance it too. You get it.
I didn't really add
So
it to my calculations.
yeah,
Yeah.
let me ask you this question too because it's very important. What is the
Yeah.
language of instruction in the institutions there and that of you as
Yeah.
well?
Okay. Basically, here, the most of the institutions teach in French.
Okay.
Yeah. So because of that, you usually come here earlier in the year. So if the academic year begins in let's say September, right? You come either maybe January or probably you can even come November or December in the previous year. You get it. So you get some time. So they have institutions that you have to attend to now learn the French language. Exactly. So that's the main language of instruction here, French.
Oh, okay.
Even though they might so mostly they use other languages here, but for instruction in the major universities, it's usually French. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay,
usually
okay,
French.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah. So that's
yeah,
how it is.
yeah. I think you've answered most of our questions. So is there anything that you think we need to know regarding this scholarship that I've not asked you? You can add it.
Let's see. I think that basically covers it because those are just the main things to catch on. All you just need next is you just have to be serious about stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's very great. Dr. Isaku, we are very grateful. We are very grateful and then glad to have you on the platform. We hope a lot of students will be benefiting from the gist of information that you've shared with us.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Have a great day. Study hard, and then we hope to see
Yeah.
you graduating as one of the great doctors that we have.
Yeah, inshallah. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for having me on this platform.
You are welcome. You are welcome. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.